So guys, this is basically the list of the food that my kids requested. This week, these are the meals that I'm thinking to. Here's our fridge, guys. So, guys, good morning. So, andito ako sa car ngayon. Ihahatid ko sa work yung anak ko. Teka, kailangan ko pa pala siya i-on. Ayan, nakikita nyo guys yun, yung maliit na pamper na yung kulay white. Ang cute niya, oh. Gusto ko yun. Right, here we are. Okay, careful pa rin kasi I don't know kung may mga nakalagay siya. Tapos ayan pa. Ayan o. Dapat i-organize. Anyway, so nandito na ako guys sa bahay. Magtutuloy na natin yung pantry. Ay, yung meal planning. Ano natin. Okay, see ya. So this is my table and this is where I normally do my meal planning. Let me share with you, before I show you what I have here, let me share with you the different process that I followed when I meal plan. So I followed the meal rotation process of meal planning. So what is it is that you assign different meals per week and then you rotate the meals accordingly. So I assign meals for week 1, then week 2, and I only ended up until week 3. Okay, then so in order to get to that, so what I did first is I listed down all the food that my family wants me to cook and wants to eat. It's so much different when you have teenage kids because they already have their own money. So what happens in my situation is even if I cook food because they have their own money, they ended up ordering McDonald's anyway, right? So I thought I have to make some changes on my plan. So what I did is I got them involved. So what I did, I asked them to make a list of the food that they want to eat and that they want me to cook. So that's how I ended up with this meal rotation strategy. Okay, so let me show you what I have here. So at least you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay. So guys, this is basically the list of the food that my kids requested. Okay, this has been my basis for the food that assigned per week and that I will use for meal rotation. So what I did after I got this list is I assigned all this into different weeks. So I divided this list into 7 meals per week, just so I have a meal for every day of the week. Okay, so this is what I came up. So for week 1, have spaghetti, shepherd's pie. So basically what I cooked for week 1. Okay, and then for week 2, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then week 3, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just so I am organized, what I did is I transferred it into a notebook like this. Okay, so this is not this neat before, just because it's just my own personal notebook, right? But then now that I'm showing it to you guys, I want it to be more presentable. So I thought that I would transfer it into a much better notebook. Okay, so as you see here, for week 1, I have 7 meals, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for week 2, I have 9. Now guys, even if I have more than 7, I don't cook all of them in that week. It's just so I have options for that week. Okay, now I also have a staple list for snacks. So these are the things that we normally buy for snacks, or I normally cook for snacks. And then these are our staple fruits. We don't really experiment so much on fruits, so these are the things that they usually eat. And then for breakfast, I also have a list of breakfast that they normally want to eat. These are the meals that I'm thinking to cook for next week. Okay, so now the next step is to do an inventory of your fridge. So what we're gonna do right now, we're going to go to my fridge and see what I have. So keeping in mind that these are the things that we are going to cook, okay? So normally what I do is I go through my fridge, and this is the part of the fridge that I usually do quite a bit of an inventory. So we basically, for the freezer part, we need to see if we have pompano, and I have something for sinigang na pork, the pata, and so basically for pork adobo, and then we need to have chicken. Okay, now when we look at the fridge, for next week we will need sinigang, right? So I have here the pork belly that I usually use for the sinigang, and then I also have the boto-boto here, which is the pork bone. So that's what we're gonna use for sinigang. And in my menu plan, I also need pompano. So I have the pompano here. Now we are missing chicken, so I don't have any chicken. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna list it in here in my grocery list. Okay, grocery list. So I need chicken, and then what else? So I need more meat. Okay, so for pork adobo we need meat. What we do with meat, we usually buy them in bulk anyway, and next week is gonna be our schedule to buy meat in bulk. So usually we buy chicken, pork, and then beef, and then sometimes we also get more fish, but right now I still have quite a few in my fridge. I want to finish that off before we buy more. So we need meat, chicken, meat, and then we need beef also. So what else do we need? So for tinola, I will be needing spinach and sayote. So let's take a look now at my vegetable compartment. So this is the other part of the fridge, guys. So this is the meals that we are going to eat for this week. So we just heat it up, and I have the fruits here, I have the drinks here, and I have already brought down the bacon and the sausage for breakfast. And then so for our veggies, this is what we have. So remember, we're supposed to cook tinola. So I have the sayote, so we're good in that. And I have for the sinigang na pork, I have this leafy vegetables, and then I have the talong. I think I also have the okra here. Okay, so I have okra. So we should be good for the sinigang or the paksiw na pompano. Now I also have the gabi here, but we will be needing more tomatoes. Okay, and then we need the spinach. So we will list down tomatoes and spinach in here. So we still have ginger, so we're good on that. Now what else are we gonna cook? So we have the crispy pata. For the crispy pata, we only need the mantika, and I know we need more mantika now because I just finished. I still have that much, but I don't have anything else in stock now. So we'll list down mantika. And then for the chop suey, we need more celery, and I still have 1 carrot, and then I will also need the peas, cabbage, and then we will also need the egg, quail egg, and I know I still have my red bell pepper here, so I'm good on the red bell pepper. Now we also need the corned beef. Okay, so good. We still have the corned beef here. So this is what we're gonna cook for the corned beef. So for the corned beef, we will need this one. So we need tomatoes, and then we also need potatoes. I don't know. Yeah, I still have my potato there, so we're still good for the corned beef. So basically, we have everything that we need. Okay, so for next week, these are all the things that I need for my grocery. So I only need to get chicken, meat, or pork, and then beef, and I need more mantika. I need tomatoes, spinach, celery, peas, cabbage, and quail eggs. So, and then from there now, you can estimate how much will be your budget. So, our budget every week is a maximum of 150. Okay? So, sometimes I go to 200 if we need more. So next week our budget would be at least 200, just because we have to get some more chicken, meat, and pork. And then for the rest of the weeks, we try to budget it below 100. Okay? Okay, so that's basically how I meal plan, guys. I do it every week because we go for grocery shopping for vegetables and fruits every week anyway. Especially if we need anything else, we always have that extra week that we go if we missed something, right? But normally we don't. But I just like to get our fruits and vegetables every week to make sure that we eat them up before they go stale. Okay, because when I used to buy a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables, I put it in the fridge and then they get stale and they sometimes get rotten in there. Now tomorrow, my vlog will be about budgeting. It's my regular financial Friday segment, so please make sure that you check that out for tomorrow's vlog. If you do have any questions, you can connect with me through Facebook, Instagram, or you can also email me at mylifesimplifiedcanada@gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys, and see you again tomorrow for another vlog. Bye! Okay, so guys, nakuha na namin yung car. We have to pay $600. So, kaya importante na merong emergency fund.